Hello and welcome to another episode of the C4 Corvette Diary here on Martin's Rebuild channel. Today's episode is a little bit special because I want to celebrate my first 5 subscribers I have. So this video is right for you, and let me begin this episode with a little bit of backstory. Few weeks ago, I decided to pack my things up and make a trip around our beautiful country located in Central Europe. The idea was simple: to travel around 750 kilometers in my Corvette to pick up my girlfriend from work and enjoy the stay in a lovely local vintage city for 2 days. We have enjoyed the holiday and the car enjoyed the route. I found out that the car was very comfortable for traveling with lots of boot space for two. This trip was actually the first longer journey on a car since I acquired it in 2018. After long rebuilding and extensive maintenance time, I decided now it was the perfect time to use the Corvette for a long journey. I couldn't be any happier with the results. The car ran reliably for 3 days of journey with the 750 kilometers on the clock at the end and the perfect mileage. I had absolutely no issues. Well, until I got out of the car at home and heard this. After the closer inspection, I found the problem. The fan motor was probably internally loose and needed to be urgently replaced until it fails completely. And before I started to disassemble everything, I decided it will be a good idea to place the car on ramps for a better fan housing bolt accessibility. To get to the motor, I have to remove the 4 bolts which are located in here and in here, and if you just look at here, right down in there and on the other side. But before I'll dig into this, I'll get rid of the air cleaner and MAF because I don't want to damage them. Okay, didn't want it exactly this, but I found it. Once done, I crawled under the car and removed the fan motor connector. Now you're done. Now let's remove the bolts. It's out. Now let's completely remove the upper bolts. And the thing should pop right out. Pull off the nut. Sorry, bolt. I'm still getting confused with nut and bolt in English. The thing should pop right out, I believe. She's ours. Now you can see the wobble the motor has, so it's definitely the motor was wrong in here. So we're going to replace it. Okay, so here we are on the bench with this bad guy. Now I need to remove this 13mm nut. You can see here that it is the left hand thread turn nut. So to remove, I'm not going to use the standard removing wrench direction, but basically the tightening direction. So now we should turn this thing loose. Ah, goes pretty nice. Okay, she's done. Now here we are with the motor. I got this Continental PM 517, which is, I believe, pretty decent quality part. Use the instructions, I believe. Okay, just right. That is the exact motor we already need. Before I put the new motor in, I have to remove those 3 bolts that are holding the motor in assembly. It's 10 millimeters. Okay, the motor is out. I can't go wrong because it can't go a different way. Perfect. This shim doesn't have to be in here. Plug back the fan. Put the OEM nut back in here. Now I'm going to tighten once again with to the opposite direction. Just snug tight is perfect. Not too much. That's perfect. No sound at all. Let's put it back on the car. A little bit of Menza in here, playing with the space. And now, with the fan assembly not fully seated and not bolted in place, I connected the fan motor connector back without being under the car. It was impossible to me to do this with the fan assembly fully seated and lying on a back under the car. And here came the reassembly time. Great. With everything in place, I used the paperclip method to test the new motor without firing up the engine and waiting for the switch to turn it on. I used a piece of wire and connected it to the pin A and B of the ALDL diagnostic connector located under the dash. Oh, that's the different sound. Now, that's the difference. And so, this was another note to my C4 Corvette diary. The new radiator fan motor should do its job pretty properly and without any reliability problems for another 5 or 10 years or more. If you like my video, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, visit my Patreon, and see you next week, guys!